Hi everyone, welcome back again. I am going to look into Trump's weekly happenings. So this one's going from December 31st through January 6th. But before we get started, I wanted to say Happy New Year's when it comes, Happy New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's Day, and lots of prayers going out everywhere. Prayers for peace, prayers for justice into this next year and beyond, of course. So anyway, hold on, let me swap back cameras and I'll bring over my table. Okay, so I decided to start with the Kipper. I may do the tarot after, but anyway, this one is Tarot Marchetti's End of the Century Kipper. And boy, man. I'm expecting even more to just continue to come out every week when it comes to, you know, Mr. Poopy Pants and all the things that he's done in the past. It continues to unfold, and I'm not surprised at all. But, you know, so much keeps coming out about how he really pressured you know, all these states' electors in order to get those votes that he wanted. Okay, right there. So here he is. Here's his poopy pants. Here's his shame of like, oh no, people are finally listening to Noel Castler, who talked about it years ago. You know, I'm not into publicly shaming anyone, so I didn't mention it before, but it's just, it's everywhere. So, you know, of course it comes out, and this is coming up behind his back, so that tells me that there's even more. More shame, more regret, more emphasis as to his bad health and his, you know, how these things just level him when he's shamed. I wonder, you know, like who he's going to start going after. And so if he wants to go after Midas Touch or any other, you know, YouTube channels that are entertainment only. I mean, we're all entertainment only. They can't touch us. Now, they don't talk about it on the regular news because that's a whole different game there. Yeah. Okay, so before I layer on, at the center here, it's all about his money. It's all about his, you know, Trump Towers, his assets, basically. How much he has, what are his real estate holdings, what is he still, you know, what can he possess? Well, and he thinks he has control over that, but this card here shows him being helpless. And with the despair card, knighting over to the house card, and then down to, see how these three cards all come together? They link together, so he's really worried. There are demands upon him in order to tell the truth about how much money he really made and what he's taken in, and he's being investigated over and over again. There are so many complaints about this guy and investigations that it's not even funny. We have, you know, a great fortune of complaints against him, and he thinks he's on top of all of it, but you know, something's got to stick with those 91 counts. Something has to stick with Alvin Bragg's case, with the hush money, Stormy Daniels, you know, all that will probably come out this year. The other ones might not come out until, the trials may not be complete until after the election. But he's not going to win anyway. Look at these cards sneaking up behind his back. And this is just this week, and it's a continual, I mean, how many times do I get this card and this card? You know, and I won't be surprised where there's some others. This could be, I have a feeling of Sheldon Whitehouse with this card. Now, the people cards can be holding space for several people. So if you guys get hints as to any other supportive man that he's been in control of, that may apply as well. But this, I don't know if it would be Rudy at this point. But anyway, he's got this soul journey that he's been trying to control. Trump has, and Rudy too as well. And it's not working. And he's, shitting bricks about it all the time. Of course, it has to do with his terrible abuse of Adderall, cocaine, and then Adderall, and then other drugs to come down at night, which would tend to constipate, and then using the Adderall blows everything up, and so he doesn't really have. I've gotten that for quite some time. That he's never really had control over his elimination system. I'm gonna keep going. So we can read this a few different ways. I'll read it all as a general, and then we can also read it as Sunday through Saturday if we want. And here's Jack Smith. Ooh, and the documents, and ooh, things that end him, and all of the mob that Trump has been married to. Goodness. Okay. So, now we have the Great Fortune card knighting to this mature woman. So, and Trump is looking at her, or headed towards her. So he's looking for supports, and he has been looking for support for, a long time. This is a long time support. Woman who's held his secrets and has been very supportive. So we're talking Ginny Thomas, I think. And just any woman over 50 would do it, though. But the clues as to who she is has to do with the cards around her. So again, someone who over the years has been supporting him. Someone who is part of his clan. Someone who's been ambitious, and this could also be our Don Jr. and Eric card. Yeah, and someone he talked to often or got together with often. Someone he maybe had some teamwork with. I'm thinking, I really do think it's, what's her name? Ginny Thomas. So anyway, but what's sneaking up behind him is possibly someone flipping, and it's hanging over Melania's card. They're always looking in opposite directions, aren't they, when they come through together? She often comes in. This, I'm feeling, might be Alina Haba. Because it's obvious that he's been trying to replace Melania with Alina Haba. And that has her in a bit of a down patch and wondering what's going on. She's out of the picture and looking for something much better. And not that she deserves it, but that's where she's headed. She's headed away from him. And yeah, this is interesting. So I've seen her flip on him before. These are the two flipping cards in the Kipper. And in the readings before, I've seen these cards. Whenever she comes in, or not whenever, but often when she comes in. This is so interesting. Okay, so Alina Haba, she's looking at nothing but stress. Trump thinks he has all his ambitions under control, but things are moving over here in a direction I don't think he's going to like. This could also be somebody, because the gift card is often a visitor, so this could be somebody visiting Melania later on in the week and gives her some information. This card's like our Six of Pentacles. So, let's see. Whomever, well, so on the level of looking at Melania, this could be her dad. She still has support there. This could be her sister or just any friend. You know, this could be a younger, wealthy friend. Melania herself is over 50 now, so this would be the younger. Okay, let's see, what else? So visiting Melania to help her with her reputation. I don't know if I really care about any of that. I care about the politics. But that's, you know, all of this is coming up behind him. He's looking for loyalty. Yeah, he's looking to replace Melania. But again, pull back to the politics. Here he is, and the card that's knighting to him is the mental health crisis card. This is like the Tower in the tarot. And then sneaking up behind him is just more bad health. Shame and guilt, and self-sabotage. The despair card is a terrible card to get if you're a dark person. If you're not, then it can just be, oh, you know, you got to find a new job, or there's some demands made on you that are creating some real problems that you have to address. You can't get away from. But when you're dark and dirty and, you know, corrupt like he is, it's major self-destruction, and it's also these like self-sabotaging tendencies in relationship, of course. And then sometimes it's a card of hangovers. And then here it is with the bad health card. So yeah, whether he drinks or not anymore or ever did, I don't really care. But these cards always come through. So yeah. So we can expect his health to get even worse. And, you know, I mean, I'm the one that uses the rectified astrological time for him, which puts because it puts his Mars in the first house, which is where it should be. And so whatever's the 10, I think it's 10:59 or 10:49 a.m. on his, 10:49, that's on his birth certificate. There's no way it's accurate because it puts his Mars in the 12th house. There's no way a guy like him has Mars in the 12th house. It's just ludicrous to believe that. So either his mother had, and I think she did, have a terrible delivery with him, and the birth time didn't get recorded until much later because they were, you know, dealing with her. And so it's either that or he had, you know, cheated and had his birth certificate time changed. But anyway, a master astrologer who's now about 90 years old rectified it years ago and got 10:12 a.m. And that's the chart I use. And that chart puts transiting Pluto, which rules the elimination system, in his 6th house of health. And it's been there for quite some time. So his health is going to, you know, he won't make it off the planet without Pluto getting through his 6th house of health, service, you know, daily details, routines, all of that. So he's going to go through huge changes and breakdowns. And I see public humiliation here. So that's, you know, I don't know if it's going to be this week. It could be any week. It could be any moment. Because we have brain problems here, mental problems here, Alzheimer's, OCDs, can't concentrate, depression, knighting to him. And he reaches out to others for reality checks, and yeah. But before I try to do this day by day, let's look at it. Let's look at the four corners here, because we have Jack Smith, with the rules and regulations. Trump thinks he's, in control of all that with all of his delays to getting things into the court system. But Jack Smith is on top of it, and he's able to traverse the, the scheduling and the way to go. Jack Smith is very patient. This is a card of patience and persistence and developing things over a very long time. And this is Jack Smith's loyalty and stability. Now, on another level here, legally, because we've got rules and regulations and clues as to who this woman is, besides, because we can read everything in layers, right? So on a legal layer, which is what I really care about, I think this is Fani Willis, because she's 51, 52 now. And this is also my stand-in card for Judge Tanya Chutkan, right? It wouldn't be under the category of Eileen Cannon. She'd be this category here, the privileged lady, when it comes to age. So Jack Smith is working with Judge Chutkan, and I believe maybe in some kind of coordination or contact with Tish James, even though that one's, business fraud. It's separate, everything's separate, but they're I think, pretty sure they're able to share documentation, but for sure Fani Willis, I would think. And, the fact that they're up above makes me wonder, and knighting to him, to Jack Smith, I'm wondering if there's, those considerations just going on about getting these trials done before the election. Because Jack Smith is trying to protect the people. So Jack Smith is the patient gift that we can loyally depend on. So there's the four corners there. He's going to give us the best of what he can. So now, just considering Trump, maybe this is Sunday where Trump is thinking of how he can delay, and he's constantly, trying to negotiate something through subterfuge and lies and all of that, and obfuscation, of course, to stop Jack Smith. Trump's looking at getting all the trials way out beyond the election, and this is often a 2-year card. So it could be that it could be that some judge is slowed down, but it's okay. You know what? It doesn't matter. He's not going to win anyway, because he might just need to have it happen the other way, where he is not voted in. So, and then after that, he can look forward to prison or trying to run away to Saudi Arabia or Dubai. So, yeah. So that might be Sunday. Monday, if we're doing it by a day, each day of the week, Monday would be whoever this secret support is for him, talking to her, talking to Don Jr. and Eric, and then at night he just falls apart and he's obsessing and not able to sleep. And then if this is Tuesday for him, it could be that he thinks he's on top of his game and it's a better work day for him. He's focused in on his, real estate holdings and his possessions, his material possessions, because that's what he's all about. And then at night he's feeling very hopeless. Yeah. Also, all these cards are coming up behind Jack Smith, too, on another layer here, where he's just doggedly working hard. And he's hoping that within a few months that he can wrap things up and get things scheduled away, or get things going into the court system, get the papers, the motions and everything cleared so that it can go right for him. But it's even hard on him. He can't think of anything else other than getting it done for us. So, okay. Wednesday is a really bad day for Trump. and all he can, while he's laying in bed and has a really hard time or whatever's going on with his health, this doesn't have to be vertical or horizontal, I'm sorry, laying in bed. He could be vertically upright and again just focused on his money, but there's these investigations and these attorneys want to be paid, and yeah, problems, major problems. Thursday is a terrible day for him. He just wants to get out of Dodge, and I don't know who the support man is for him, but maybe it's Rudy. Friday, he's maybe a little more connected to Alina Haba, and I don't know if we could say that you know, Ivanka is very happy with him anymore, so I don't know if that's her. Maybe he's trying to get this younger person to get, maybe this is Melania's friend, he's trying to get Melania's friend to get her to talk to him, but Melania's got these wheels going in another direction. Her reputation, I mean, what reputation does a hoe bag have? But, you know, those are the wheels where she's headed. And, or maybe she's headed to a tower in New York, another, you know, place to stay in New York. She probably has her own suite in a Trump Tower in New York. But then again, when she's at, well, see, that's what's been happening. She's been staying in her own, because she has her own, you know, like quarters at Mar-a-Lago, but Trump has been having, what's-her-face, trotted out. Alina Haba has been hanging out with her so much there that that's probably one of the reasons she just wants to get away from there. So anyway, and then Saturday, he's working it as much as he can to get money in and grift and what's Melania doing and all of that. And he's really working hard to grift off of his loyal cult followers. So, yeah. Let me do the Celtic cross real quick just for fun because it's easy. But, oh yeah, don't forget what was at the bottom. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe restrictions on the grifting there. But anyway, documents, court papers, all of that create a painful loss. And divorce, these are divorce cards here. And yeah, and even I would think his community of followers are like, whoa, you know, this guy's in trouble. I think he's losing support that way. But let's see what the tarot has to say. Let me use this pulp tarot that hold on, that I discovered by when I rarely get time to watch anyone, I hop over. Well, I watch Lori's, all of hers, but Lori with the Way of Positive Change. But so for Trump's week is my focus here. But I hop over and watch. Sometimes I watch Autumn over at Black and Orange Tarot. And she uses this deck often. It fits him because it goes with his mindset where women are just objects, and he likes, you know, likes that. No, this way. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Trump, what's going on? Right there. Oh, he's not a star anymore. Poor baby. Six of Wands. He is not being seen and heard and recognized and understood like he thinks he deserves to be. Woo! Okay, and he's sitting in a place where he's exhausted and he's having to fight to hold his position. My goodness, I hope these will all fit. Okay, recent past, we have the Five of Wands reversed, he's tired of fighting. I mean, sometimes it's no more struggling, and he thinks he's all that, and he's on top of everything, but yeah. What's hanging over him is he's reckless, he's foolish, he's an idiot, he's going to run himself right off a cliff, or he's got the runs in his diapers and got to run to the bathroom. I think that's more like it. Near future, 8 of Cups, he's just going to walk away from responsibility. He's not, there's no way that he's going to, when he's maybe going to run to a Russian friend. Whoa, this is what he's attracting. This is my card for the in this position. This 7th card is what the person is attracting. You know, the Tower. Okay. How others are influencing the situation. The Hanged Man. Let's get out of here, man. I don't like this anymore. Jumping off the top of a building. Yikes. That's a gnarly card. Okay, and then his distant future, 3 of Cups. If he doesn't, I've always thought he drank because I know how addiction works. You know, you'll grab whatever is, because he has an impulse control disorder, and you know how that goes. If you can't get what you want into you fast enough, because pills take time to work, and if you can't snort anymore because of the deviated septum and all the surgery, which you can see on his face if you look, I think it's on his left side, and he's always sniffing, and so if your nose is blown out and you can't use it anymore, you're going to try and get the, well, I guess he could mainline it with some kind of a needle. Anyway, overdoing, so in his distant future he's overdoing, but he's got some ladies. And then the outcome this week with the 7 of Wands, he's gonna, oh, sorry about the glare there. He's gonna need to try and hold his position. So I don't know that that's gonna, oh, and then if I kept going, we have the Lovers, which is just, you know, communications. Oh my goodness. King of Swords, legal problems. The Hermit is reversed, is no self-reflection, of course. 6 of Pentacles, no more money. 10 of Wands, I can't take it anymore. Let's see who's at the bottom. High Priestess, reversed, yeah, he's not listening to anyone. No connection to his higher self. 10 of Pentacles, broke ass. So, okay, I'm done. Hope you guys are having a wonderful lead up to New Year's Eve. And I think 2024 is going to be amazing. And looking at the astrology moving ahead every week, because I'm always a couple weeks ahead, I predict that we can expect a lot of news dumps that tell the truth about what really happened. So recordings, you know, audio, video, everything, text, more information coming out, especially about the fake electors, because that's started. And just, you know, more of the actual truth coming out. So, okay, bye you guys.